Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Above with Chris. Head shave time. I'm going to use the exact same setup I used for my face shave today. The Mergress, the Brush Guy brush and the Damn Fine Shave by Panacrema. Or Pure 2'O, the actual soap's called. Or the soap base probably. Okay, so I've already got my brush sort of loaded up from my face shave, but I am going to reload the brush and then I'm going to, I think I'll bowl lather today for my hair again. I do like a bowl lather, I prefer to build the lather up, get it where I want it, and then I can just slop it all over my head and away I go. So, Brush Guy brush. The soap itself is Pure 2'O, Damn Fine Shave. I'm assuming this was made for Damn Fine Shave. The scent on it is really nice. Do you know something? I think Kenny, I'm saying Kenny sent me this, I think, was it Kenny? Yeah, I think it was either Kenny or Oive Chapo, I can't remember. Memory's absolutely shocking, but it smells like tea. It smells like black tea to me. If you watch this and you know the scent profiler, you know a link to this actual soap itself, because I can't find it anywhere. I found other Pure 2'O soaps. I've even found another Pure 2'O Damn Fine Shave, I think I did, but it's not this, or it might be in this sense just went wacky. But this smells like a lovely tea to me. So the soap itself is outstanding. The lather was very easy to make, glossy, thick, creamy, slick. The residual slickness is as good as anything I've used. It really was excellent. It was up there with even West Coast Shaving, which to me still is one of the slickest soaps that I've used. Okay, the brush is super loaded now. I'm just going to clean this handle up a little bit. Get bloody lather everywhere. Right, so the brush is sorted. Get the Saponificio Varicino shaving grail bowl. There was one of these in the buy sell trade in the UK yesterday or the day before. I would imagine it's been snapped up by now. If it hasn't and you can afford it, I would grab it. Even if you don't get on with it, you'll sell it easy, because there's not many of them going around and they're quite highly sought after. If I could afford to, I would buy two, just in case. Or I would put one in my travel bag and leave that in there, because they're great little bowls. You can split them in two. Flip the handle upside down, pop it in, and then you've got a beautiful little travel bowl. Just takes up less room. Because it's wood, it's quite light. It's still got a bit of weight to it. But in terms of actual bowls that you can hold in your hand, it does not get, in my opinion, better than that. Just for grip, it is incredible. Just want to show you this lather so far. It's nowhere near done, but it is starting to, you can see the gloss on there. See it when the light hits it? Beautiful stuff. Just going to dip the tips. Add a bit of water in it, and then we'll just work on it for a bit and just let it sort of grow. I think there's enough water in here actually to finish off the lather now. With a bowl lather, you just got to work on it a little bit longer. I find with a face lather, for whatever reason, you don't have to work quite so hard with it. This is making an incredible lather already. Ooh. I was actually contemplating, I'm not finished yet, I just want to show you the difference already. Contemplating once I use this piffing it, because of the scent. It's not really my thing. It's nice, a nice tea scent, if it is tea. You know, sometimes, I do like it, sometimes you just got to keep a soap because it's shit hot, the actual soap itself. This really makes me want to try and get hold of some more Panacrema stuff, just to see if it's all the same sort of base and the same performance. Because so far, look at that. See if I can get a bit of shine on there. The gloss on it's incredible. I'm not even finished yet, it's still growing in the bowl. Excellent, excellent soap. Look at that. So what I might do, I might just leave it at that. You can see the peaks on there. And then I can add a little bit of water on my head, excuse me, if I need it. I'm just going to move these used blades out of the way so I don't slice my fingers off. Now this will be at least a 2-pass shave on my head, possibly 3. I've got 2 days growth, but it feels quite thick up there at the moment, which is surprising, because I got such a smooth close shave last time. Have to excuse me if I keep burping. I've just had some tuna and onions with a couple of slices of paleo toast, which my wife makes. And it's outstanding. Right, I'm just going to dip the tips. It can take a lot of water, this soap. It's very, very tolerant of water. I know you're thinking, well, why do a freaking bowl lather? Put more water in your head. There is one downside, one drawback to the Saponificio Varasino bowl. The only drawback, in my opinion, is just slightly small. It's got deep enough walls that it keeps the soap in, but if you want to build oodles of lather, you just can't do it. It doesn't have that same area that you get in a lot of the other shaving bowls. But that lather is superb. Right, the blade in the razor today is going to be a sharp blade sent to me from Tony. And comes single wrap, but it's not waxed, which I love. Freaking hate wax, does my head in. I do like the way the sharp's written on it, it's pretty cool. The blade itself is actually quite, I know it looks like a normal blade, it's a super chrome, but it actually looks quite nice. The actual blade edges sort of gleam, because the rest of the blade's like a dull grey. I'm just sitting that on top of my razor. Losing my plot. Using the Mergress again, just for something a bit different, and it saves me retaking another photograph, because I'm enjoying my shave that much I can't be bothered leaving the bathroom. Right, we'll pop this onto, I'll leave it on setting 3 and just see what happens on setting 3. Or will I? Nah, stuff I'll go up to setting 5. Setting 5 on the Mergress with the grain. Never used a sharp blade before. But that feels very, very smooth. Very, very nice. Excellent razor, it really is. Just an all-round masterpiece, this razor. And I'm sure you guys that have the Mergress, not the Mergress, the Progress. I mean, you'll understand what this head feels like on this razor. It's great. Very smooth, very comfortable. Holds the blade very firmly. And I'm using the word very, very muchly. Yeah, very, very smooth blade. Now one thing, I know this looks an absolute mess, but it's something I actually like about this razor as well. When you actually shake it in the water, it holds a little bit of water in all the nooks and crannies. And as the water comes out as you're shaving, it sort of lubricates as well, it allows the slickness to come out. Yeah, this is ploughing through. I do have a little, looks like a spot there, but I can't feel anything, it feels smooth. Right, let's continue with the grain on the back of the head. Now because it's such a long pull back to get down to the bottom of my head, I should really flip the blade halfway and then start again. But the great thing with the Progress, or the Mergress, I find anyway, these massive gaps, well, it's got a good gap between the blade and the actual base plate, but you can see the two little sort of, well, I think they call it a moustache base plate or something, but those two big holes there hold a heap of lather before you start getting any issues. And setting 5 on this razor, I can feel the blade. It's not aggressive, it's just efficient, but I can feel the blade. And that is done. So far, an excellent job. Really has. The blades impressed me. I didn't think the blade, I'm saying I didn't think, I shouldn't really think like that. But to me the sharp blades, as much as they come reasonably nice packaged, they look cheap to me. That means nothing I suppose, because my Asco blades are the cheapest you can get and they're superb for me. Asco Reds, that is. But they just don't look, they don't look that great, but I'll tell you what, smooth. Really smooth and sharp. Definitely sharp. I know all blades are sharp, even the Gillette Go sharp. But it's shit as well. It's shitly sharp, sharp shit. Right, let's wet the head. I should have done a second coffee. Shit, I'm 12 minutes in here. I'm not even on to my second pass. Come on, Mads, put your finger at me. Back to the bowl, grab some more of this gorgeous lather. If you haven't tried, I don't know whether you can still get this soap. I don't think you can, because I can't find it anywhere. If you haven't tried Pana Crema, if that is what the actual soap company is called, then I highly recommend it. Even if you can get a hold of it in a trade, or even a sample just to try it, see what you think. It is superb, really slick, easy to lather. Right, I'm on setting 5, I'm going to bump this right down to setting 3, and for the against the grain pass, let's see how we go. Very impressive. The residual slickness is excellent, it really is. It gives you great confidence when you've got that sort of slickness, especially on a head shave and especially against the grain, because that's when you really, really rely on slickness. I feel extremely safe with this soap so far. I always feel safe with the razor, so that's not an issue. Right, there is a bit of overhang on the side, so I do have to watch my ears. It's nothing like the good old Wunderbar. There we go. It's now what I do find doing head shaves, if you're new to head shaving and or you're looking to give it a go, you just need to have a bit of confidence with it and just do it. Don't be worried about it, and give it a good pull on the back and things like that. I find if you piss about a bit and little short strokes and this and that, I find you're more risk of cutting yourself. Personally, you want to try and get nice smooth like that, just a smooth action, boom, done. Just flip round and see if you can actually see what I mean in terms of it. I'll finish this bit off for this. I think you can see pretty much how smooth that is. The blade is definitely extremely sharp, very efficient, and the razor is just its usual self, tremendous. I'll see if I've got much lather on the back. Yeah, I've still got a bit in the back, so I'll turn around and you can actually see how smooth this pulls up. Well, hopefully it will now. That's excellent, it really is. You know, I love that one, Wunderbar. It's an amazing razor. It's probably better for my head than this one is, but new blade, new soap, excellent shave. Yeah, there's not much left up there, not much left at all. I will re-lather my whole head anyway. See if we can crack 30 minutes today. I just want to show you what's left in this bowl. Enough there for another two or three or four passes. So I'm going to re-lather the whole head. And here we go. I'm just going to literally touch everything up. And I have to say, the soap, the slickness on this soap, look at that. It's like pulling it over a block of melting ice. It's that smooth. It really is. Really impressed with it. I mean that. This is one of the, no, this won't be far off the best head shave I've had. And I know I say it pretty much every head shave. But this soap, is blowing me away at the moment. Amazing soap. Right, let's just dip the fingers. Just wet my whole head using whatever's sort of left lying around. Let's get rid of all these stragglers. That's incredible. What a smooth shave. What are we doing for time? Oh, 23 minutes. That means I'll be done within 40. By the time I talk a lot of shit, splash all my Thayers and splash all my Nivea. That's my cloth for doing my tidy up after. Little microfiber. Incidentally, just as another little tip, I've found the hard way, don't use towels to dry your razors if they're stainless or chromed. Or brush stainless is fine, or like tumble finish stainless, but if you've got a chrome finish of any sort, gold, silver, chrome, polished stainless, anything, don't use a towel, a towel like that. Don't use one. All you do is just scratch the surface of it. Use, if you've got them, the cheapest chips now. Nice little microfibers. I find they work even better if you wash them a few times before you actually use them and get all the lint and stuff off them, and they'll work great. I use them every now and then for sort of buffing tiny little windows that I clean if I struggle to get in there with a squeegee and things like that. Okay, I'm going to pop on some Thayer's lemon to go with that tea scented soap. Nice lemon tea to start the day with my coffee, which I finished during my face shave. Oh yeah, what a shave. What a shave. Alright, well that's drying in. I shall tidy up a little bit and we're going to look at what was used, and then I'll finish off with none other than Nivea Too Faced. It really is that good. I have to use it nearly every shave. Like I say, the only times I'll use splashes generally is matching splashes, which I don't really have a lot of. I'm more into the soap itself, and I like just using cheap aftershaves and things, or whatever. I'm not too fussed. I don't normally put an aftershave on, if I'm honest, unless I'm going out with the wife or I've got an interview or something like that. Or going, it's just not something I normally do. I don't know if I mentioned it last time, last few shaves. I think it was was it Friday? I think it was Friday. I put on a bit of fine platinum after my shave. I can't remember what I shaved with. And the wife came home and she absolutely loves the scent of fine platinum, loves it. And obviously I told her that it's the same, or it's a sort of clone of Creed Aventus, someone sort of said. And she said, well, it's not going to smell better than that, is it? So I squirted one squirt just onto my wrist, went like that, let it dry out for probably a minute or two, and then let her smell it. And let me tell you, it's good stuff, Creed Aventus, it really is. But I'll tell you the amazing thing about it. I put it on Friday. I then played football, had a shower. This is all at night time. Woke up in the morning, didn't really notice anything, and then about lunchtime I smelled my wrist again and I could still smell it. Literally not far off, 24 hours later I could still smell it. Just incredible stuff. It really highlights the difference in a cheapy spray and a good quality cologne or eau de parfum or whatever they call it. Right, I'll tell you what, yeah, I'll splash this on first, Nivea Too Faced, and then I'll go through what was used, and then I shall piss off and leave you guys to enjoy the rest of your days. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is superb. Superb. Right, the soap today was Pure 2'O Damn Fine Shave, and it's made by Pana Crema, and it smells like black tea, or a cross of black tea, green tea, I'm not sure. But yeah, if any of you guys out there know what it is, or have a tub and you know what the scent is, please let me know. I'd love to know what it is. I will do a little bit of digging again, see if I can scoop something up about it, but I couldn't find anything about it beforehand. The brush was the Brush Guy brush. This performed exceptionally well today for the face lather, and then the bowl lather for the head. It's a beautiful knot, it really is. In its own right, it is as good as the Tuxedo for what it does. It does a totally different thing to the Tuxedo. It's not as soft, it's not as dense, it's not got as much backbone, but it does have scrub. It's got good backbone, it releases the lather very well, and it's excellent for bowl and face lathering. If you want to transfer from natural hair to synthetic and give it a go, this is the way forward, the Boss Knot, in my opinion. I've tried the Game Changer, I've tried several other sort of cheaper knots, I've tried the Magard, I've tried Razor Rock, Monster Knot. This and the Tuxedo and the Black Wolf and the Game Changer are the pinnacle of synthetic knots at the moment, in my opinion. So give it a go if you want to try and switch over, or at least try one. I think it's worth it, and I think you'll be pleasantly surprised by how good it is. The razor was a Mergress, short handle, stainless steel knob on the bottom. Like I said in previous videos, you can get this now from Bull Goose. Is it Bull Goose? Bull Goose. Well, that was typical. Doing really well. Had a great shave, and then ran out of data space on my bloody phone again. I'm getting sick and tired of this. I'm actually contemplating grabbing a GoPro 5. Is it Hero 5 or the GoPro 5 or whatever it's called? And going along that route and getting a stand and all that, and trying to up my game a little bit and get higher quality videos. I know it's a shave at the end of the day, and I know the quality on this is good. It's up to 1080p, but just pisses me off all the time having to delete shit and do it again. And it makes my videos longer because I have to repeat myself every time it happens. I don't know where I was up to. I think I was up to the razor, Mergress, beautiful. And I had the sharp blade in there. First time I've ever used one. Very, very impressed. Especially on a head shave in a razor which isn't normally quite as smooth on my head. That was, in my opinion, the epitome of a head shave. That was as good, if not better than it gets. Moved on to Thea's Lemon Witch Hazel. All over, popped a bit on my face as well, which I already had on there. And then finished off today with good old Nivea Too Faced, which, as you can see, has already split into two. And you just give it a little light shake and boom, you've got one of the best skin food mass produced splashes, in my opinion, that you can buy. I've checked the ingredients, they're not too bad. There's a couple of things in there which you get in mass produced stuff. But other than that, I would say the main ingredient in here is glycerin. It really is, isn't it? You can feel it when you put it on, it's slick. Post shave, oh, just incredible. Anyway guys, thank you very much for tuning in. This has been a relatively long one again. I think I've cracked the 30 minutes just. But stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. Subscribe down here. I'll catch you guys next time. Cheers.